Hi guys, I have been asked a lot of questions about the Disney trip that the students are about to go on here at Plaza Park, and I just wanted to make sure that every student who attends Plaza knows how we were selected, how this program got started, and also how you can have the opportunity to go at some point on this amazing trip. So, a little bit about how it got started. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but we had a grant at another school that I worked at from the State Department, and that grant could be used for incentives for students. And so we used that grant at the end of the year to take kids to Disney World. And at the time, we didn't have an adequate number of chaperones, and so I approached a friend who said that he loved Disney, Billy Bolin, who happens to be the chief of police and also a Plaza parent whose kids all went to Harrison, and he's a Harrison graduate. And I said, hey, I'm trying to do this cool thing at my school. I need some more male chaperones. Any chance you or some of your officers might want to come with us? And they did. And we had a great time, but this was the first time to do it, and we really didn't realize how amazing it was going to be for the students. When that trip was over, and it just absolutely was life-changing for all of us to go on that trip together, Chief Bolin and some of the officers, Jason Cullum and Phil Smith, said, we've got to make sure that this happens again. Well, we weren't able to get the grant a second time, and so the officers said, we're going to raise money for this. We really want kids to be able to do this every year. And in the beginning, I thought, wow, that's like a super crazy idea, but yeah, let's try to raise like $80,000 and do it again. That's great. So we did, and we tooth and nail raising money for a whole year, and we took the kids again the next year. And by the time we were on the bus ride on the way home, that trip had been so fun for everyone that they said, let's start adding schools and raise more money. And so that's really like the genesis of how all of this began. And then, of course, we continued to add schools and take more kids to Disney World every year, basically to improve the relationship between the kids that are in school and the police force, so that everyone will just know that cops they're just people like the rest of us. Teachers are just people like the rest of us. And when I'm on the trip with the students, something they always say to me is, I can't believe the principal rides roller coasters. I love roller coasters, but you wouldn't know that about me unless we were in a place where we could ride a roller coaster together, and that is super fun. So some of the students said, hey, how did kids get selected to go on this program? When we met and discussed how we wanted to select students at Plaza Park, Plaza is one of several schools that the police officers have chosen to accompany them on this trip, we wanted to make sure that we picked kids that had great character, they had integrity. And so the kind of student that we're choosing is the kind that embodies the PACER values that we talk about every day on the intercom. And basically, in a nutshell, it means that you're doing the right thing when no one else is watching you or telling you to do the right thing. So if you're that kind of kid, it doesn't matter if you get A+ all the time, or if you struggle a little bit in school. If you're the kind of kid that I could trust with the keys to my car to go get something out of it, or hand my purse and say, I need this, then that's the kind of kid we would be looking for to send to Disney. So how do you get to Disney? Like, how could you be one of the kids that's selected the next time? Show great effort with your teachers. Show respect for yourself, for your peers, for the adults who work here, for your family. Be the kind of kid that everybody looks up to, because that's the kind of kid that we're going to choose to go to Disney World. This year, all of your teachers had the opportunity to nominate students, and then we took that group of students that were nominated and a committee selected. And then that committee rank ordered all of the students so that it would be not anonymous, but basically so that you could learn what you needed to learn in the room. But at the end of the day, you could pick who you thought should hold the 4 spots for Plaza Park. So that's how students were selected. The last question that I get asked a lot is, what is this trip like when you're on it? And all I can say is it's absolutely amazing. It's so fun. You get to fly to Disney World. When you get to the airport, you ride a bus to the parks. There are several Disney World parks, and every day that you're on the trip, you get to go to a different one. We've never taken kids to the water parks, but this summer, the 8th graders that are going to get to go to the water parks because of the timing of their trip and how hot it will be. And also because there are some attractions at Disney World this year that were shut down. And so because some of those are not open and the water parks are, then they'll get to go to those water parks, which is really going to be a fantastic experience because it'll be new for everyone and everyone's first time to do that. It lasts for a number of days, so usually gone like 5 to 7 days, depending on each year it changes a little bit. And you ride roller coasters, you get to eat great food. Basically, you get to meet people from all over the city who are great kids just like you are, and have the time of your life. It's the most fun thing you're ever going to do. So we really hope that you will try hard to be the next kids that get to go to Disney World. And if you have any questions,